Hello and welcome to Austin, Texas, one of our favorite stops on the tour. And today, Darrell K. Royal Stadium is packed and revved up, ready to make noise for the Texas Longhorns. We've been tracking this matchup for weeks, thinking about a possible top 5 collision. Both teams have done their part, and now, here we are, as we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Texas Longhorns. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Pulls it in. It's Kennedy. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looking to throw it deep. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. We're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and his defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Back to throw. It's Morales. Running back has it on the screen now. Finding space at the 20. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks to the left. Pass caught. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Oh, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Trying to create here on the move. And he's got it. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9. And the Canes hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. First and goal, handoff. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And they tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
And looking to throw now on first down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
I thought the strong safety did a really good job of disguising the blitz, waiting to the last possible moment, and then at the snap of the ball, catching the offensive line off guard. Nobody saw him. He gets home free and comes up with a sack.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Receiver makes the grab. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Receivers are bunched together. Looking to throw. It's Morales. Looking right. This one caught. They get him down, but not before he gets to the +38.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. This one is incomplete, right in the back corner of the end zone.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that 1st down yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Defense is coming after him. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this 1st quarter run out.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. More time at 7.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. They'll try the right here. A crucial 8-yard gain sets up a makeable 3rd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Morales. Makes the catch, can he get in? Receiver steps out just short of the goal line.
Well, But these guys clearly weren't even thinking about a field goal on this one. They know that field goals won't win a game like this anyway, so be aggressive. And now it's 1st and goal.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And I just love that this defense is not giving up on this 1st and goal. They attacked. They got through. They got penetration. Nice job of being able to keep them out of the end zone.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're snapping the ball near the goal line, but the defense does a good job of thinking, hey, guys, let's force the incompletion. Force them into going for 3, and let's not give up 6. They did their job there.
They've been stopped on 3rd down twice in the red zone already. Can they find the end zone this time? Looking for 6. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Oh, the defense completely blows it here. They lose the tight end. He's a real option for this quarterback, especially on 3rd and goal. I'm surprised they wouldn't put a big safety or a linebacker right on top of him. He's open. The quarterback made the throw, and they got a touchdown.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Caught quickly. Finding some room with the 25. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Going for a big play downfield. He tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. The Hurricanes looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Finds room at the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Canes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. He's at the 50. Across the 40. It's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The Longhorns will line up here on first down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Defense expecting run. They'll stop him short of the goal line.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense facing second and goal. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Touchdown, Longhorns. This passing game is on fire today. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. With the extra point, the lead is 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Trying to extend the play. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Look at the protection there. Lots of time. Delivers over the middle now. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. He lets it go on the move. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Texas offense comes back out on the field. This offense has been clicking so far, but they get aggressive, go for more before halftime. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain and more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Back to throw. It's Morales. And it's picked off in the end zone.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. The pass rush closing in. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. The Canes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to scramble. Looks to the left for a quick throw. And he pulls in the catch. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Boy, that is a great throw. But first, man, let's give all the credit to that offensive line. How long did he have back there in the pocket? Seems like 3 or 4 seconds to be able to navigate and figure out where to go with the ball, and he put it right on the money.
He's got it near the end zone. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown for the U.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Just time enough for one more play in the half. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Dropping back. It's Morales. And here comes a deep shot. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a big chunk play on the final play of the period. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Hits into space at the 50. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
Looking to throw it on first down. With the catch, it's Fowler. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
The back catches it on that play, Chris. It kind of looked like a receiver on the way they designed that play, and I love the toe tap at the end. He's in bounds. Nice game.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line.